of development. How you can help others and help yourself at the same time. Session 3, coaching and mentoring, which is going to be delivered with our beloved DTM Siham Muhammad, who is by definition a mentor. She's a member of Toastmasters since 2016. Served District 20 as an area director year 2021. And she's immediate past division director of Division H, the year 21-22. Well, and she's currently serving in 5 different clubs in different positions, mashallah. And at the same time, she's the retention chair of this year. Well, by profession, she's also an English teacher. She believes in supporting, serving, and motivating others. As I told you, a mentor by definition. Her passion is learning, learning, learning. And her favorite quote, be the change you want to see in the world. Without further ado, please put your hand together to welcome DTM Siham Muhammad to the floor. The mic is yours, DTM Siham.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, MC, for the warming welcome. And let me start with this. Improving individuals.
DTM Siham, the voice is a little bit. Can you increase your voice or something?
We can make a test with raising your voice, please. Try increasing the volume.
Now is it okay?
Yes.
All right. So let me start. Improving individuals through personal and professional development is the international brand promise. It is to improve all the Toastmasters members. District Director DTM Khalid Abdullah, Program Quality Director DTM Munal Aqab, Club Group Director DTM Yasser Kashar, District Officers, all great members of District 20, and honorable guests, good afternoon. Allow me today to share with you this first webinar or the workshop about the coaching. Just allow me to share the screen. You can see it. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
So the agenda is going to talk about introduction, what and why club coach is needed, club coach qualifications, how to be an effective club coach, focus and responsibilities. To start with the introduction, what is the program of coaching? It allows experienced master members to assist in rebuilding club membership and restoring club quality. And this is, as we know, the mission of Toastmaster International or District 20. Why? What's in it for us to make or be coaches for clubs? Develop team building skills, expand leadership experience, increase proficiency as a facilitator and a negotiator, share expertise, invest in the future of Toastmaster. The qualifications for a good coach or coach in good standing: to be a paid member in good standing, Toastmaster for at least 1 year, have served as club officer for 1 annual term or 2 semi-annual terms. Have not been, and this is very important, have not been a member of the eligible club in the past 6 months, meaning that when he is appointed, he should be a member in the club, or the next 6 months till he finishes his job, as we can say. Serve it at least for 6 months, right? Submitted and completed the required forms of the club coach. Of course, there is a form that should be completed and submitted, and of course delivered to the club growth director. That's to be approved. And we have different forms. We have the form for being a coach or assigned or appointed as a coach, and we have also forms for the progress of the process itself. Following the 6-month term, the coach club achieved distinguished or better status by the subsequent June 30th. It means that you have, as a coach, to achieve these points that the club is going to be distinguished. This is one of the most important qualifications. Report within 30 days of appointment. It means that you are going to send a report, the first report for the club director to give the progress of the process, how the club is going on and what's really happening. Each 60 days, you are going to send also reports, and the final report will be after the 6 months. To receive the credit, the club president of the coached club must notify board headquarters in writing. To earn an additional education credit toward the district leader role, the club must have 20 or more paid members. So the most important two tasks here for the coach or the successful coach is to, first, membership to be improved to be 20 at least, and also to achieve the BCP goals. Now, club eligibility. What's the sort of club that you need to be coached? At least it has 3 members. That club at least has 3 members, or we can say from 2 to 12, but not more than 12. Have at least 1 officer who has completed the club coach training program. Are not suspended or closed club, of course. Do not currently have 2 coaches appointed, meaning we can't have coaches for a club that already have coaches. A successful coach will build a rapport or good relationship with the leaders of the club, observes and analyzes the club environment. This is very important, to analyze the environment of the club, why there is struggling, why there is no good atmosphere among the members, why no one is motivated to attend or to come. So the coach has to observe and analyze this aspect. Help the club develop goals. Of course, it's one of the most important things to focus on the club successful plan. Enables the club to achieve goals, of course, by guidance. Motivate and create enthusiasm, sense of responsibility, making people feel that they are here to do something. This is the promise, by the way. At the beginning, I started with the promise of the international Toastmaster brand promise. What is our promise as members? Our promise as members is to attend, to support, to serve. These all things are our promise. This is what we should fulfill in order to reach excellence. One of the important core in Toastmaster International values. How to start making the club connection? As we said, assisting the club environment, building a rapport with club leaders and members, emphasize teamwork, working with all club leaders to develop the club success plan, recommending best practices to success, encouraging the club to strive for distinguished club program recognition. Let them know that you are there to help and support. This is very important. Encourage clubs to use other clubs as models, of course, the successful clubs. How do they manage to succeed and get members? This is a very good tip, by the way. Actively participate in the club. I believe that a coach who really involves in all the club's meetings, maybe not all the club's meetings, but generally in all the operation of the club and what club he is, people see him and feels that he is really keen on improving the club. That will make him very honest, first of all, and second, had a very valid impact on all the members. To add an additional education credit toward district leader, you must have 20 members, as we said. Planning and status checking, club meetings and membership, club DCB, these are the most important fields or aspects you're going to focus on as a coach. How to improve club meetings, how to improve membership, how to reach club DCBs. The club coach steps to have a first or initial step is to evaluate its climate, have the club conduct moments of truth, because through moments of truth you can teach or guide the members what should they do, what are the obligations they have to do, how they can conduct a quality meeting. Help identify strengths and the challenges, of course, for the club. You have to know what are the strengths in order to work on them, what are the challenges in order to face and to overcome them. Facilitate a discussion of the strengths and the challenges and the suitable solutions. Absolutely, you are as a coach, you have to find solutions for whatever. Of course, not all the problems. Sometimes we have problems that needs some time to be resolved or solved. It's your role as a coach to be a guide, a facilitator, a helper, a supporter, and at the same time, a facilitator for finding new solutions. Club meetings, what are the type of club meetings you should conduct or guide people to? How to make specific standards or create positive environment. First of all, all of us need a certain environment in order to live in. And this is, or to meet. Whenever I have a positive environment, I can learn more. I can learn with, you can say, with relaxation, with comfort, with joy. Sometimes when there is struggling and uncomfortable atmosphere in the club, this is one of the things that prevent many people of joining or attending meetings. Teach a club how to plan and produce a quality club meetings. Ensure the vice president education reviews the club leadership handbook, of course, to know exactly what are his duties or her duties. Show club leaders how to find and use other tools, the Toastmasters International, and please remember, this is regarding the membership. Retaining members provides continuity and secures a strong leadership base. As long as you know that all the organization, all what we are doing is focusing on members. So the more members you have, good members, of course, you have the more and the valid base you are having as Toastmasters clubs. Every member is responsible for keeping all other members satisfied and involved in the club. It is not only the responsibility of the leaders of the club or the ex-con leaders only. It's the duty, responsibility of everyone in the club to share in making our club distinguished and a good club in good standing. So membership, of course, it's one of the most important things, as we said. Quality clubs build and then maintain a strong, healthy membership of at least 20 members. So this is the least we can have, 20 members. It takes 20 members to support a club. Run club membership contests. This is one of the tips that you can make in order to encourage the membership. These types are annual individual member program, Talk Up Toastmasters, Smedley Award, and Be the Club. These are some of the concepts that can be carried on in order to encourage the clubs. course, we recognize achievement. Whatever you have an achievement, you have to recognize it, post member progress charts at every meeting, formally recognize members achieving any education award. This is even if you have a good club. It is not only for the struggling clubs or coaches. This is overall. Mention achievements in club newsletters and on the websites. Looking on the future or to the future, this is how, or what I really love when the coach is not only focusing on his role for the current period or the period he is a coach in. We have to have a look for the future. We have to build for the future in order to keep our clubs strong and our district as well strong. So we have to make them understand the club success plan, how important this is for the club. Helps determine how club will meet the 10 goals, allows the club to establish additional goals, outlines strategies for achieving goals, and identifies resources to accomplish goals. Here, I believe that I reached my resources that anyone can reach to get information, more information about coaching. And I will conclude with this saying it is not about numbers, it's always about members. And I believe that it's always members, members, and members. I guess that I reached my presentation, the end of my presentation, and now we are going to move to our dear panelists. So allow me to introduce, we have today 4 panelists. We have DTM Khalid Jalal. Of course, DTM Khalid Jalal, I will give you the So DTM Khalid Jalal is a member since 2015. He became the president of this is not DTM Khalid Jalal is a Toastmaster and has the unbroken record of clubs chartered in District 20 and Region 11. He is immediate past club growth director of District 20. He is an engineer and the vice chair of IEEE Integrated Application Society, IAS Bahrain chapter. So I can't actually say all the introduction. I have a lot to be said, but it's a very, very short one, so forgive me. And our next panelist, DTM Fatma Abdu. She is a motivational speaker and certified trainer. She is ELT supervisor of profession English and Ministry of Education. She is the pathway ambassador. She is the DTM first in November 2018. Our third panelist is TM Abdullah Majid. He is a member since 2015. He became the president of Toastmasters Araya Club from 2016 to 2021. Now he is currently the president of Araya, and he is the Hakka in District 20, head of Arabic Clubs Affairs. Our fourth panelist is TM Osama Jabri. His mission is to grow and build your competence in communication and leaderships. He is holding a marketing and management bachelor's degree. He has 3 diplomas in leadership and management, digital marketing, and content marketing. So welcome our dear panelists. Thank you so much for accepting to be with us today. And now I will start the question with DTM Khalid Jalal. And I wish if you can give us what you have. Of course, we can. It will be enough to give all what you have in this experience as being immediate club director. Just give us the general view or general experience and the opportunity for coaches or members of the club to have a coach, especially when they are struggling in their clubs. Over to you, Ditya.
Thank you very much, DTM Siham, and my fellow panel members and everyone who is in this meeting today. A very good evening to you all. My experience from the past years, I'm into Toastmasters journey, being as a member, being as a club president or club executive, or being part of the area director role or division director role, and the lastly, club growth director role. Now, what I've seen is, as a coach, sometimes we misinterpret why we need a coach. First of all, we need to understand as a club, do we really need a coach? And if we need a coach, why? And if we don't need a coach, then why? We should classify that area. And if we think we need a coach because we're short of members, the club is not progressing, it's not always the key that we're short of members, we need a coach. Some of the clubs, if you see in our dashboard, they prefer not to have a coach because they feel the members they have, they are of good quality and they want to maintain that quality within the club. So they prefer not to have a coach. So this is their approach, nothing wrong in that. Now, the second type of clubs are where they feel they're short of number of members and they want to get the higher DCPs and they want to appoint a coach. And it's also because they want to build quality in the club. So that's why you bring someone from outside who is more experienced or have a lot of knowledge, who can share with the club and the club members and develop the club and the club members in terms of the members development, in terms of the quality, in terms of rolling out the pathways program to the club, and so on. The list is huge. Now, why we need the coach is something needs to be looked at. And if we bring a coach, from my experience I've seen, especially last term, some of the clubs, they appointed coach, but they did not give them the freedom to perform their role. They always imposed their rules, which the coaches could not achieve, right? So let them, give them the free hand, let them do, because they come with some experience and they want to share the experience with you. Number three, some of the clubs or some of the coaches, especially, with due respect to everyone, they come to get the DCPs for the DTM, which is fine because they are giving a service, but also at the same time, it's not very healthy in my view. Why it is not healthy is because if I'm a coach, I want to get the DCP by hook or crook, I'll make sure you get the members. And how I get the members is I bring my friends, my contacts, they'll be with the club for the term. The moment the term is over, the credit I wanted, I've achieved it, I move out with the members, I go to any other club. And that cycle makes the club weak once again. And that is not healthy in my view. So make sure when you appoint a coach, you do the proper study about the coach, consult others who you trust, whether is he the right coach for the club, what is his experience in the past coach roles which he has performed maybe, and then you decide your appointment for the coach. And set KPIs for the coach, for your club, for your members and your coach, and link all of them together so you can monitor how your club, your members are progressing with the help of the coach and the guidelines provided by the coach. If you see a progress in your KPI, continue with the coach, continue with the plan which he has for you. If you see there is no improvement, then as a club, you have the right to ask for a replacement, and you can do that. I remember there was a program, because I was part of that, there's a program called Mini Mentor Program. This is for the clubs who have more than 12 members, but they still feel lack in terms of other attendance, quality, or some difficulties. So there was a program introduced. I'm not sure whether it was introduced by the district director of the time, DTM Khurram Salman or DTM Wafa Salman, one of them. Because I was part of that program, I was appointed to St. Paul as a mini mentor in the club to help the club. Although they had more than 12 members, but they wanted additional help, and then this program was there. And this can be launched by the district if it's required be. And listen to the coach, give them the free hands, and always focus on the KPIs which you have for your members. And again, like you rightly said in your presentation, it's not the coach who is the ultimate responsible to bring the club to the distinguished level or to get more members. It's a club, a VP membership, is a club ExCom, is a club members. They need to work together along with the coach, get the good practices in the club, and develop the club for what they want to see. And I want to leave you with a quote from Dr. Rolf C. Smedley, and this is the quote I always use in my journey and my experience with the clubs. What Dr. Rolf C. Smedley said is, a club does not lose its members if it has the right sort of programs. And that's what the coach and the club ExCom needs to consider, right sort of programs for the members, so the member don't leave the club. And just one more clarification before I wind up. Member retention is a responsibility or task which is the PQD's umbrella. So if it is member retention, also involve the PQD. If it is getting more members and getting new clubs, yes, go to the club growth director to get more help. Just to clarify this confusion for many people. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Khalid Jalal, for the wonderful and very informative response. And I agree with you that the mini coaching that was in District 20, I guess, when was DTM Khurram Salman there? Yes. Because I was a president and I have a mini coach for the club that it was more than 12 members. This is true. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to our Hakka for today, TM Abdullah Majid. And the question is, you are going to tell us about your experience and the challenges that may face a coach when he is, or through his process and trying to achieve his goals in the club. Over to you, TM.
Thank you, DTM Siham. Thank you, everybody. Allow me to speak in Arabic. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. قادة القطاع 20 والحضور الكريم. بداية أول ما تم اختياري إني أصير كوتش من بعد ما أنه كان في طلب رسمي من نادي خاص تابع لأحد البنوك في الكويت. تم طلب اسمي رسميا إني أصير كوتش. فقلت تجربة جديدة. في نفس الوقت كانت متزامنة مع إدارتي للمنطقة 27. فكان عندي مسؤولية كبيرة ما بين 3 مناصب: رئيس للنادي، مدير للمنطقة، وكوتش في نفس السنة. متابعة الأندية الخاصة كانت بالنسبة لي فرصة لأتعلم منها. هل عبد الله كان جاهز؟ لا، أنا ما كنت جاهز، ولكن هي فرصة للتعلم، وهذا هو المكسب والكنز اللي موجود في التوست ماسترز. حتى لو أنك لم تستطيع أو لم تتعلم لهذا الشيء، لم تكن جاهزا لهذا الشيء، فهي فرصة لكي تتعلم. من بعد ما أنا تعلمت الكوتشنج، اكتشفت أنه أنت دورك راح تكون مرشد، دورك تكون مساعد لرئيس النادي ومستشار له، متابع لمدير المنطقة، علشان تشوف شنو اللي حصل ما بين رئاسة النادي وإدارة المنطقة. من بعد عناء سنة كاملة طلع اسمي غير موجود اني اصير كوتش رسمي. السبب ان النادي نفسه ما كان مرسل رسالة رسمية الى التوست ماسترز. كانت خبرة جميلة، ولكن من بعدها صارت عندنا جائحة كورونا وتم طلبي رسميا بإيميل رسمي الى منظمة توست ماسترز العالمية اني اصبح كوتش لاحد الأندية. وهنا كان التحدي الأكبر. السبب في جائحة كورونا أغلب الأندية العربية لا تود اللجوء إلى منصة زوم أو الاجتماع الافتراضي. فكان هني التحدي الأكبر، كيف تقنع النادي أن يتمم اجتماعاته، وكيف تقنع النادي بأن الأعضاء يجددون اشتراكاتهم، وكيف تقنع النادي بأنه يحصل على نقاط النادي المتميز. وقتها كان التحدي صعب، إضافة إلى المناصب اللي موجودة كانت جائحة كورونا. ففي هذا الوقت كانوا اغلب الكوتشز للانديه يتساعدون ويتعاونون مع بعض، وهذا اللي حصل بالضبط، ان انا واحد الكوتشنج لنادي اخر تعاوننا على الناديين، فاشتغلنا احنا الاثنين على الناديين مع بعض الى ان اصبح النادي هذا نادي متميز، والنادي الاخر ايضا نادي متميز ديستنجوش 5 نقاط. جميل. كان السبب المثابره، كان السبب الاصرار على التحدي، كان السبب التعلم والمزيد من التعلم. هي فرصه وصلت لي عندي استغلها، تعلمت منها شلون اني اصير كوتش، استفدت منها، نقلت اللي انا استفدته الى النادي ووظفت هذا الشيء على النادي، والله الحمد اصبح من ضمن الانديه المتميزه في بدايه جائحه كورونا. هذا الكلام كان. حاليا انا عندي قناعه شخصيه، الكوتش هو مرشد وهو الدينامو حق النادي نفسه، اضافه الى رئيس النادي. اذا شاف رئيس النادي الاهتمام من الكوتش نفسه والتقارير اللي مفروض انها تكون كل 60 يوم، كانت تقارير اسبوعيه ما كانت شهريه او كل شهرين، كانت تقرير اسبوعي ما بين الكوتش وما بين الهيئه التنفيذيه، ويوصلون الرساله الى مدير المنطقه بمتابعه الكوتش مع مدير المنطقه. فكان هو ياخذ دور رئيس النادي، ياخذ دور المرشد، ياخذ دور مدير المنطقه، علشان الولاء للقطاع 20 ويصير في ارتفاع في مستوى العضويه للقطاع 20. هذا اللي احنا تعلمناه، هذا اللي احنا كنا نسعى له. حاليا في كوتشنج كثير سواء للانديه العربيه او للانديه الانجليزيه. اقبل التحدي حتى لو انك ما كنت جاهز، هي فرصه للتعلم، هي فرصه لصقل المهارات القياديه لديك، هي فرصه لاعطاء الطاقه الكامنه اللي موجوده في هذه الخفايا المتواجده لدى الشخص. استغلها وتعلم. التوست ماسترز بحر لا يمكن الاستغناء عنه ولا يمكن الابتعاد عنه. استغلها، تعلم وعلم اللي بعدك حتى يستمر انشائنا لانديه جديده وانعاشنا للانديه الضعيفه. عوده اليك DTM سهام.
شكرا جزيلا ماجد. Thank you so much for this wonderful, informative way of speaking about your role as a coach, and I agree completely with you that dynamics coaches can make miracles. This is true. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to our third panelist, DTM Fatma. And DTM Fatma, I know that you have an experience with coaches. You were a mentor for coaches. So I need from this huge experience from you to tell us that really we can have ways out of the box to help us improve and find solutions for the problems or struggling clubs in District 20. Over to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Siham, for this wonderful opportunity to talk about my experience as a coach or as a mentor of a coach for of a week club. And before that, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the District 20 trio, District Director DTM Khalid Abdullah, DTM Mona Laqab, PQD, and of course our CGD DTM Yasser Al-Qashar, and of course our Haka, Head of Arabic Club Affairs, DTM Abdullah Majid. Welcome everyone, and this is a golden opportunity actually to talk about my experience. And first of all, I would like to speak in English, and then I will shift to Arabic in order to translate what I have mentioned. Actually, maybe the majority will think that I was appointed as a coach for one of the week clubs before, but honestly speaking, that never happened before. But I took the very difficult mission, which is to be a mentor of a club coach. Many club coaches approached me and asked me for experience, they asked me for guiding them to ask and answer some questions to set together in order to plan for their mission as a club coach. That was really very critical at that time, especially that time was at the beginning of the pandemic. When the pandemic hit, some of the coaches approached me and we started making just, let's say, sub-meetings, virtual meetings, of course, in order to discuss how can we help those clubs. I noticed that the majority of them, they don't know what are the best practices of holding or conducting meetings, what is the parliamentary procedure that they should follow in the club meetings, and many things. What is the bylaws? What is the club constitution? They don't know even a clue about these things. So that was the beginning, or that was the starting point that we started from, to talk about all these things, because I believe that the coach should be informative, knowledgeable, and a good guide. He should be a good example for all the club executive committee members as well as the members themselves. What are the challenges that we faced later on? Of course, we saw that some of the clubs, they are not cooperative with the club coach. They feel that the club coach is like the magic wand. They will do the magic and they will add members. It's only their responsibility to add members, which is totally not true. The responsibility of adding members or helping the club to be in good standing, it's not only the responsibility of the club coach, but also of the executive committee members as well as the members themselves. If the members, they are not willing to help themselves or to improve themselves and develop their communication and leadership skills, they will never help the club to grow. That was the first challenge. The second challenge is that the lack of experience as well as the lack of information. Both the executive committee members as well as the members, they don't know anything about how to improve, how to access, for example, to Pathways or Basecamp, how to upload their evaluation forms, for example. What is the best practices for this project? What should they do? Are we eligible to, for example, to compete in that contest or not? Some of them are contestants, and at the end, after competing in the club level, they found out they are not eligible to compete in the area because the club is not in good standing. And that was not only their responsibility, again, it is the responsibility of all of them, the ExCom members and the club coach. Let me now shift to Arabic. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طبعا شكرا على الفرصة الجميلة للحديث عن دور الكوتش للنادي الضعيف. بالتأكيد هو لا يملك العصا السحرية لإنقاذ النادي أو لمساعدة النادي، لكن هي مجموعة من التحديات تحتاج إلى تعاون وتضافر جهود الجميع، سواء كان مرشد النادي أو كوتش النادي أو حتى أعضاء النادي وخاصة أعضاء اللجنة التنفيذية. فبدون تضافر هذه الجهود لا يمكن أن يقوم النادي. بالتأكيد بعض التحديات التي واجهتنا سواء ككوتشز للنادي أو أنا وضعي أو كان دوري أني أكون مرشد لكوتش النادي، إني كنت بقعد معاهم وبنقعد نناقش الأسباب والأشياء التي أدت إلى ضعف النادي. بالتأكيد ما من شك أنه أحياناً يكون ضعف وقلة المعلومات هي سبب رئيسي في ذلك الأمر. عزوف الأعضاء عن الحضور بسبب عدم تحفيز أعضاء اللجنة التنفيذية وعدم وجود الدور القيادي الفعال لأعضاء اللجنة التنفيذية، فبالتالي فقدوا القدوة وفقدوا المثال وفقدوا الثقة في الأشخاص الذين مثلوهم أو انتخبوهم لإدارة النادي. أيضا كانت بعض التحديات بسبب موضوع كيفية الدخول على الباثويز وكيفية الدخول على البيز كامب واختيار المشاريع وكيفية تقديمها، يعني كانت عدة أسباب. لكن لا يمكن أن تقوم للنادي قائمة إلا إذا كان في فعليا تضافر جهود من الجميع، مرشد النادي وكوتش النادي اللي هو المفروض هو من سيتابع بشكل مباشر مع أعضاء اللجنة التنفيذية، أيضا أعضاء اللجنة التنفيذية لأنهم هم من أخذوا على عاتقهم إدارة وقيادة هذا النادي وتعهدوا بذلك أمام كل الأعضاء، وكذلك الأعضاء لابد أن يساعدوا كل هؤلاء للقيام بالنادي. فالاستمرارية في عقد الاجتماعات، الإصرار على أن يكون هناك تعاون من أجل تحقيق الأهداف الخاصة بالأعضاء أولاً، لأنه كلما شعر العضو بأن أهدافه أن قادة النادي تهتم بتحقيق أهدافه، تهتم بتقدمه بتطوره بتحسين مستواه، سيتقدم النادي ويتطور. في النهاية بالتأكيد هي حلقة متصلة، إذا فقدنا منها جزء ستظل الحلقة مفتوحة وبالتالي لن تتم المهمة. دور كوتش النادي يبدأ عندما يتولى المهمة بشكل رسمي، لكنه لا ينتهي. البعض يحصل على درجة الكوتش وهي ما تعادل درجة مدير منطقة ويستمر في أداء مهمته في خدمة الأعضاء وخدمة النادي بلا مقابل. لماذا؟ لأن ليس فقط لأن هذه القيمة هي من أحد القيم الأساسية في التوست ماسترز وهي الخدمة، وإنما لإخلاصه وحبه وعطائه من هذه الخبرة للأعضاء فيستمر. وعندي نماذج كثيرة، يعني إذا ذكرت البعض أخشى أن أنسى الآخر، أن هم كانوا خلصوا وانتهوا من خدمة النادي ككوتش واستمروا حتى الآن في خدمة النادي وهي من الأندية المتميزة. شكرا، وإليك المنصة مرة أخرى دي سهام.
شكرا جزيلا لك دي فاطمة عبده. والآن now we are going to move to our last panelist, TM Sam Jabri. I know that the time is up, but because this is a very important question, actually, Sam, from your experience, would you please tell us, from your point of view, are we as coaches and clubs practicing coaching in the right way? Over to you.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. They always say, keep the sweet till the end. I don't know from where they brought this one, but I am the person talking the end. So it means that I'm the sweet person. It's a very interesting question. Let me ask you a question. When you go to a theater and watch a play and you like it, when they finish, what do? You start clapping. Now, the question is, are you clapping for the players or you are clapping to the person who was behind the success of this play? It's very important to ask yourself, how did they play in harmony? How did they know each one of each player, his role? How did they talk together? How did they play together? Who was the person behind them? The person behind them, which you clapped to him, was the coach. I'm not talking about the Toastmaster coach, I'm talking about in general. Therefore, the role of the coach is very important because he's the person standing behind the curtain and running the whole show. The first question I would like to ask you, when you want to become a coach, are you able to coach? Are you equipped with the skills of leadership and communication to coach the club? Before you start planning to coach, it's asking yourself, can you coach? This is very important. Have you learned from your, have you gained the skills from the experience, from learning, from making mistakes? If the question is, if the answer is yes, then go and coach. Do we need a coach? Yes, we need a coach, of course. Each one of us, we need a mentor and a coach. Of course, many people, they don't understand what's the difference between mentors and coaches. And there are a big difference between them. They meet somewhere in between, but they are totally different. Coach is the person set the goal for you. is the person who empower you, is the person who delegates with you, and the person who give you authorities, is the person, and this point is very important point, is the person who identify your SWOT, your strengths, your weaknesses, your excuse me, your threats and your opportunities. No way. Don't tell me that you can identify your SWOT. If you say that I know my SWOT, I believe I prefer if you leave, because nobody knows his SWOT. Who can know your SWOT are the coaches, is your coach. Therefore, he will identify your strengths, weaknesses, start working on your strengths, start avoiding your weaknesses, start leading you by example, start working on the people to grow. And this applies for the club as well. I'm talking about members and the clubs. Your question is that, do we need? Yes, we need. We have an experience. All the three musketeers who talked to me before them, they talk about the importance of having a coach for the clubs. I noticed that some clubs don't like to have a coach. I could not understand why. It's not the weaknesses. It's not really something that you feel shy about it to have a coach. No, in fact, the coach is the person, as DTM Khalid said, will experience. It means that you have an opportunity to learn from them. You have an opportunity to grow your club, to go farther up and up and up with the people they know where you are going, the people they know who are you, the people who they empower you. Coach role is not training. Coach role, from my experience, is the person who set the goal with you, who set the time frame, who works with you, who evaluate you, who always care about you and your club. Of course, I'm talking in general, and to continue improvement. Because the time you stop growing, the time you stop improving yourself, skills, your members, and the club, it's a time to close the club. It's the time now. Don't go further because you are wasting your time. Coach, I recommend all the Toastmaster clubs, even if they don't feel that they need a coach, go ask for the coach, ask for the experienced coach. You have a lot of coaches here around us, either here or outside. And as all the panelists said, that the coach is the person who is ready to support, excuse me, is the person who is ready to walk with you step by step. In fact, you made my speech very short with all these panelists starting the talking before me. Thank you very much, because it did not give me a time to speak. They talk everything. Yes, coach is important in the life of the Toastmaster. Coach is the most important person, even with the XCOM. Yes, they know how to go, they know the vision, they know, but the coach is the person, remember this, standing behind the curtain, watching you, setting the goals for you, setting the target, giving you the time frame, giving you all the tools to improve. Coach is essential in any step of your journey in the Toastmaster. They put me the red light. It means that I'm leaving. Thank you very much, and back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your input. It's a wonderful and amazing one. And they're very, very, very completely different from what has been said. Really, Sarah, you added value to this panelist discussion. Thank you so much. And now I guess we have some questions, or we are out of time. Moderator?
Well, we have got a question posted as yet. Is there a question from any of the participants? Kindly unmute yourself and kindly raise your hands and ask questions. Yes, we have from Sandy Stein. Yeah, I've sent you in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat.
Can I ask a question, please?
Hi.
Hi, Sandy.
How are you all? I have a question. My question is, what do you do with clubs that they have their 20 members, even they're doing well in the DCP because they have a few power horses in the club, but the vast majority of the members are not attending, not taking part, and not willing to step up to take over leadership roles. what do you do? I mean, we've tried so many things and it just doesn't seem to be budging people.
I will. Thank you so much, Sandy. And I will go to ATM Khaled Jalal to answer this question, please.
Thank you very much. Nice question. Yes, it's true. Absolutely true. There are clubs who are not short of members, but they still have the challenge of members not either attending or they attend, they don't take part, they don't take any role. And this is not in one club only. There are multiple clubs that have similar situation. I think one of the role of the XCOM member, I'm not talking about the coach right now here. The XCOM member is to identify what is to be done for the club. What is the plan for each member? Do we have a plan for each member? Now, there are clubs who plan the whole term for each and every member. Are they doing the same? Or do the members feel they're just there for the sake of being a member and they will just come and pay the fees and that's it? Now, there's some people, individuals, with respect to all of them, they just want to be a member, but they don't want to attend. I mean, you can't do much about it. There are members who come and see what is the value I get out of this particular club I'm a member. If they see the club is taking care of me, they will come forward and they will also take part in the other activities. And there are third categories who are really interested to learn and participate in each and every role. So basically is the stages which you need to go and check whether he's in the first stage of the member where he just wants to be a member but do not want to take any role. You can't help it, but they are a member. You can't ask them to leave even. The number two is the members, they are there, but they don't see a value. They don't feel encouraged in the club. So they don't come forward and take any role. Now, some of them, they come and they're not interested in giving speech only, but they want to develop the skills in other areas. Is that being highlighted? Have you told them you are better in evaluation? So let's develop yourself in evaluation. You take more part in the evaluation, take contest in evaluation categories, or conduct programs and make them in charge of such program where they're interested. So create the interest within them, and that will help get the members to the club, and interest will rise up. But if there's a first categories, I think I don't have any answer for that, Sandy, because that's how those categories are.
Thank you so much, DPM Khaled. Anyone of our here panelists want to add something? No?
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Saham, for great moderating of the panelists. Thank you for all the panelists. That is nothing, but I shared 3 documents in the chat. One of them, the first one is the new form of anyone who wants to be a coach. Now, as per the new program of the coach, it should be signed by the coach itself and the president of the clubs and one of the district director or the club growth director to sign it for appointing the coach. So, or anyone from the district office. So this is the form. Before it was only signed by the coach and the program. So now the new law or the new updating of the coach, it should be signed by the club president of one of the club officers. And they share you one in Arabic, one in English, the new updating of the coach program itself as from the website itself. I keep it in PDF file. And they send it one in English, one in Arabic. For the people who want to be a coach, they should read it and to be fulfilled all the requirement. I think that's it. And back to you, DTM Saham.
Thank you so much, CGD, for the information. And now I have 3 people raising their hands. I don't know the order of raising hands, so if you can help, please.
Yes, we have PQD DJ Mona.
Yeah. Yes, DJ Mona, go ahead.
Actually, Muhammad Amin, he raised his hand before me. If he allow Muhammad Amin first, and then I will be next.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now please allow the
Yes, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
First of all, thank you for the session, and I want to thank everybody for the information that was given and shared, for the advices that have been shared. Thank you so much for your all of you for your hard work. My question is dealing with young people, especially students. My role is the president of AOU Toastmasters. And what we do is we deal with students, university students that are young, they want to achieve something in life, but they don't know what they want to achieve. How can we help those students? How can we help them or guide them and also encourage them to join Toastmasters? Because I want to learn the tools and the methods from your own experience.
I guess this question is for YLP panelists, I believe. Right?
Yes, but I think maybe our BQD can answer this question. Mona, if you are.
Yeah, can he repeat the question only? I will answer. Yes, definitely I will answer any questions will be there.
Yeah, I think he okay, Mohammed, go ahead, Mohammed. I mean.
My role is the president of AOU Toastmasters.
President what? I cannot hear him very well.
Am I audible better? Is my voice clear?
No, your voice is not clear for me. That's why I asked for repeating the question.
Mohammed, I can speak if I understood your question well on your behalf, that he is asking. He is a president of a young students or for a students club, and he wants to know how to guide them or put them goals or objectives, right?
Yes, basically our members are mainly from our university students. How can we encourage those members to join our club at the same time those members or those students are trying to find their goals, their own ambition, they have their own ambitions. How can we guide them to Toastmasters? How can we encourage them to join Toastmasters?
Yes.
Okay. Now this is not a YLB. I believe that is something like for bringing members, or you can go with the Speechcraft and then turn these members who attend the Speechcraft, turn them to members. This is one way. But always I'm saying that about the students here, you have to sit with them and you have to discuss what is the need of Toastmaster and what benefit they can get from Toastmaster. So by this, I think if you share with them a PowerPoint or something, and then I know that many of the students will attend or will join Toastmasters because this will help them in doing their projects and preparing their speeches or by preparing their projects, PowerPoints. This is something that they will learn within the Toastmasters, how to speak, how to deliver speeches, how to convince others, how to manage their time. By this, I think if you just show them these benefits, these skills that they can get from Toastmaster, definitely they will join your club. Plus, if you have such a number of students, you have to sit with them, as I said, you have to discuss, they have to put their goals, and with the mentoring program for the members, the mentor can also guide them and show them the way how to achieve. This is regarding Muhammad Amin. I know this is now it's come right, but let me say something regarding the questions raised by Sandy. We have many clubs or many members. In some clubs, they have like there are senior members. They will just want to help but on their way by being a member. They think that they are helping the club, where it is vice versa. Now, how can we bring these members to be active members? Share with them the plans, club success plan. Many members, many clubs, they don't share the club success plan. As soon as you finalize the club success plan by the ExCom, share it with all members. Try to involve all the members in the club success plan. Senior members can be mentors for the new members. Give them tasks, give them like projects, give them like events that you want to conduct by the club. Show them the value, that they are valuable members. We need your help. Just by one call, if you ask them for specific things. Today or this meeting, I need you to do this and this and that. Definitely, slowly, they will come back. They will feel their needs. They will feel the value of themselves, and they will know that and then by this, I think you can turn them to active members. I don't want to take more of this of your valuable time, because
thank you so much.
Thank you, Diti. Sorry, Saham, but I think before a lot of people is leaving, if you can open the camera, we'll take some photo before we hand the control to our MC. I know there is a lot of raising hand. We will be also waiting. We will talk, but let's take some photo at least. Then we can ask the question and continue the people, because we don't want people to be here for a long time, because already you are over the times. So just please open the camera.
Just give me a moment.
We need to see the handsome.
Just give me a moment to fix my hair, please.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. We are waiting for all. Event chair, Vijal, it is your time. You can.
It's time. Perfect. All right. Clicking in. Oh, there we have another participant. Yeah. Stay on. All right. Clicking in 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Let me take another picture. Clicking 1, 2, and 3. Fantastic. Great smile. Keep smiling.
Now, Sam, you can take the people whose red hand started. I think the first one is Osama. Mona, already you ask your question, you reply?
Yeah. I will just. I just noticed that I am still raising
the sequence is Toastmaster Osama.
No, Dinesh actually was raising hands before.
Osama, okay. Now.
Yes. Replying to the question of how do we engage the members who do not want to engage. It's the responsibility of the ExCom to start changing the image of the club from what can you do for the club to what club can does for you. It's very important that the club, how can they help you? Sit with the new members and ask them the 5 W's, the 5 questions: when, how, who, where, what, and find out what do they want exactly. This is number 1. Number 2, and this is from my own experience. Number 2, don't let them start on spot with the pathway programs. No, hold it. Give them the role of the leaderships, timer, listener. Let them start building gradually the trust with the club. Let them start building gradually the trust in themselves. Don't give them the icebreaker on spot and tell them to come and talk. No, pathway is not the program that I have to finish. Pathway is the program that we have to learn and grow. Therefore, and I had this problem in my club when I was a president, and we start implementing this one. Ask them the 5 questions, identify them, let the VP education, VP membership sit with the member. Ask them why you have joined the business, where you do find yourself, where are you going, what do you want to achieve? Because each one has his own needs. This is my advice for the person who, the Toastmaster who asked this question. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Amazing answer, actually. Now we have DTM Khaled, Danish Kumar. Danish, I guess first. DTM Danish.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all the panelists. First of all, congratulations for all of you to bring such program. Might not the question, it is just a query, because still I am trying to reach that level. One day I can ask the question to you all. So it's only a query. Assume yourself who will answer my query. You are an area director and one of your area club is not nominated, or we cannot elected the ExCom for this new term which is going on already. And there are 8 members only, and the club is still in the running good condition. And when area director, suppose if you as area director, they are contacting to the club ExCom, past ExCom, they given some excuses, either they are on vacation or they are out of the country. So in such case, what advice or what action you will take, or what advice you will give to that area director?
Thank you so much, TM Danish. I believe that this question is not related to our session, but I will ask for any volunteer from our great experienced Toastmasters here, seniors too. And I see that BQD, our DTM dynamic, Mona Laqab is going to answer the question. Go ahead.
Yes, actually these excuses are coming from these members. I know that definitely we have summer and we have exams on May, in June, but ExCom can meet by Zoom, virtual, anywhere. If they are in vacation or whatever, the ExCom can meet on virtual, and they can sit there. And since there are only 8 members, that means 7 of them is already in the ExCom. So we will be left only with 1 to take the vote from. This is one thing. Another thing, if they some clubs, they don't have the 7 ExCom officers, so you can upload only the 4, only 4 of them, and then you can get the credit of the list of submitting the list. So if you can get the president, 1 of the vice president, secretary, and treasurer, that's it. You can submit the list of these 4. You can get the credit, and later on work on the 3 other officers. With also, it will make it for them at least easier for them to submit the list. Back to you.
Madam PQD, none of them showing the interest to nominate the ExCom for this next new term.
Yeah, but this is the club. This is their club. This is their responsibility. I will say this is something that should be prepared during the term. Don't keep it for the end of the term. During the term, any officer should train another one to take the role after him. So this is the way. When we have, like if I am a VPE, I have to have in my team 1 or 2 with me in a team so that they can be prepared. We are creating leaders. So where are the leaders that this club created? This is the question you have to ask them.
Thank you.
Danish, I will add something to that one. Regarding as area director, you do already the maximum thing that you do. You follow with them, you try to encourage them. As area director, their responsibility already there. If the club that don't show the interest, you can only encourage as a responsibility of the area director. Try to support them and tell him the benefit, what they will get. That's it. As area director, I'm talking. The other thing is back to the club itself.
Thank you
so much. And now let's move on to our final question. I believe DTM Khalid Jalal.
Thank you very much, DTM Siham. It's not a question, just two comments. Is Toastmaster Muhammad Amin still in the room? He asked a question about the students. I think he is not. Okay, so maybe we can get in touch with him and guide him how we can talk to the students and get them convinced to join. Maybe our CGD can get in touch with him and talk to him, and we can work together on this. Second point which I want to talk about is our panelist, DTM Fatma Abdo, she raised during her talk, when she said club members, they contested and they won in the club, and then they found that they are not eligible to go to the area level. I think it's something very sad if this has really happened, and I'm sure it has happened. That's why you brought the example. It's really sad. I think it's the responsibility, collective responsibility of the entire district. Number one, the area director, the division director, along with PQD and Haka, if they're in Arabic clubs, they should go and conduct special programs for all the clubs for the entire district so that they understand the eligibility of the contest, especially towards the the contest period. They should be highlighted, they should be reminded, because not many, to be honest, they read about the rules and regulations in the eligibility. And I think it's become a responsibility from now so that everyone conduct the right programs and awareness. So let's learn from what happened in the past and let's fix those and develop what we can do for the future. So thank you very much, DTM Fatma Abdo, for highlighting that. I'm sure our district will take care of that in the future. So again, I'll say it's again the district, the area director, division directors, especially our PQD, she's also here. So they'll make sure that right programs are informed to them since we're conducting the training.
I think the eligibility form, they have to fill the eligibility form, Haji Khalid, and if they can read whatever in this form, they will be aware. There is also the contest chair, who is always responsible. I mean, just putting like highlight the people that should be also aware of that, and the chief judge is there, plus the area director, if it is area level, division level, and if it is DTAC level. So there is also set of leaders there that they have to take the responsibility. For sure, district is always supporting and always conducting such of kind of workshops.
Thank you very much, PQD.
Thank you so much, everyone. And I
very much
guess
for that. All the best.
I will now hand over to,
I think, Yusuf, Toastmaster Yusuf. He is a university student. Maybe he have something that will highlight the things that's been asked by Muhammad Amin. He's the president.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Yusuf. Sorry, I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, I'm Yusuf, the president of Toastmaster Club, of University Toastmaster Club. So for Muhammad, I tried to chat with him, but he left the room before I could do that. So if I could just know what was his question exactly, because he was cutting and it wasn't really clear. And I could try connecting him, but I don't know how.
He was trying to say how he can attract university students to turn them to Toastmasters. So this is the question was how he can attract university students.
University students.
So I think these keys, Yusuf, because already been shared. And maybe if we can do something like marketing from your club for students, university students, and you share the benefits that you got from the club, from the Toastmaster. It will be something wonderful. If CGD can arrange something here, I think we can.
Yes, thank Yusuf. If I will put my number there, or anybody ask Mohammed Amin if you have anything, or we can work together and support him in for creating a clubs, or give him anything. We are there for supporting anything he requires.
Okay, inshallah, just contact me, or
I will put my number in the chat.
I will send you his phone number, Yasser.
Yeah, I'm in the group already.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah.
I hand over to
yes.
There is something left. Thank you, everyone. So I hand over to our MC, Hur Karusa. Over to you, dear. I guess who's not here.